Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the latest update from Furtherflow. It's from June 12th, 2024. And it says that new features for you. We're kicking off this year with some of our most required feature, including SQLite and Google Authentication for Supabase. All improvements of Supabase are actually much appreciated. And SQLite, it's great. They actually, fun fact, uh, I think they're working since the summer implementing SQLite because I saw some people, maybe that was internal for the flow user, not users, sorry, but staff, having this feature in one of the um, GitHub issues. But yeah, just wanted to. It's a fun fact, actually. I just wanted to share with you, and a whole lot more. And we're also wanted to say thank you for all the support, feedback, and encouragement in 23. We feel so lucky to be building for the flow. For such incredible support group of builders, we have big plans for 2024 and cannot wait to share them with you. So about the big plans of 2024, I actually did a video, my video prediction of what will actually Flow, what features will Flow implement in the new year. So if you haven't watched this video, uh, you can make sure to go to watch it after this video. It's this video over here. And then let's jump right into it. So the first thing is we are going to talk is about SQLite. So what is SQLite? So SQLite now Firefly now supports SQLite, giving you your application offline and local data storage capabilities. Now your user can access and use your app anywhere, anytime, even without an internet connection. So this is actually a positive side and a negative side. So what is the positive side? The positive side is like it says over here, your data will be local and it will be stored in your device. So that means that you don't need an internet connection. So let's talk about this like in general, because I have already did a video about how to use Flow and SQLite in details. The video is around 40 minutes, and I'm explaining there how to how to create a database, how to upload it, how to use it, how to write the read queries. It says update queries, but fun fact, you can also import, delete, and update. So there is the whole CRUD features of SQLite, and I'm actually explaining everything in this video. Currently, this video is only available for my paid subscribers, so thank you very much if you're a paid subscriber. But like every video in YouTube that I do, eventually will end up being public to everyone for free. It's first available to my YouTube paid members, and then later on it will be available for the public. But what I wanted to say is that if you have you don't have like a way to, like, let's say, view the data because it's offline data, it's stored in the device. Regarding the bytes of the database, I don't think, to be honest, my personal opinion is that I don't think the bytes will be, someone is worrying about the bytes of the whole data will be much bigger if you have, for example, 100,000 records. I don't think so, because this is SQL at the end of the day. So it's just text, and it should be, I think it should be like a matter of bytes, a matter of megabytes, like let's say 10 megabytes, but maybe I have to double check it this, but what I'm trying to say is that it should not be that significant. And also, so another thing that I have to mention is that I don't personally, currently, right now, I don't see a way that you can actually uh, access the main database. What I'm trying to say with that is, yes, you can implement one database, but if a user changed the database, then you need to, if you want to have, like, let's say, for example, you want to connect the Supabase or Firebase and SQLite together. So the whole idea is that when you're offline, you use the SQLite, but when you're online, you use the main database. That means that is a little bit, that will be a little bit complex, and that means that you have to sync the both database. And currently, right now, there is no, I don't see an easy way of doing it. I mean, it's possible, but I don't see an easy way of doing it. And maybe in the future, Flow can offer a solution for that with like one action, sync the databases or something like that. It would be actually amazing. And another thing that it's super important to mention, which I didn't know actually, and even by the recording of the video that I did initially for SQLite, is that SQLite, Flow is actually using the SQLite, of course, package from PubDev. And if you notice, the platforms that are available, it's Android iOS and Mac iOS. So those are the only platforms that you can actually use SQLite for. So if you want to use it for web, for example, you're not be available to use it for web. So this is very important. So I have to stress it enough so you know that this is a fact. And then if you want to test actually in your app, there is actually, I created a 15 seconds to test your app on a virtual or real device using Flow, GitHub, and VS Code. So I'm actually learning, I'm teaching you actually in this video how to test the your app from Flow to virtual or uh, a real device, because it's very important. If you're using SQLite, you have to constantly upgrade and then test on a virtual real device. So that's why it's important to make it as fast as possible. And then we have the upload, the initial file. We have a create, read, and use in Flow queries, and we have create, update queries, and use in action. So it's actually create, update queries. It's actually, this is not right. I don't know why they did it like that, to be honest. It's not update, it says update, but you can actually also insert and you can also delete records, because I think this is the most important part, right? Also inserting and deleting records as well if you want to. And it says at this time we only local file support can be automatically synced with your another database. So like I said, it would be great if we can have the support to sync it with another database like Supabase or Firebase. And then we have, with this power new feature, you can build a more robust and seamless experience for your users. So I will not actually show you in details because, like I said, I have already did a video about it, but just to show you where you have to go. So you have to go to settings, and then of course this is SQLite. You have to enable it, and then you can upload your DB file and then write your query. So basically, read queries will be executed from the widget, and update queries will be executed from an action. So that's how it works. Great. So let's actually move to the second one. Okay, so this new feature is API result as data types, and it says we now support the API result as data types. Previously, this requiring was JSON paths, which was time consuming and error prone. Now you can just parse the API result as data types. This eliminate the Persky bugs due to incorrect data types, and makes it much easier to connect to your UI. Which is great actually. It's much appreciated. And if I switch back to Flow, I have this, for example, custom, not custom, but I have this API call which is just calling users from JSON place holder type code. So it's just a demo, and the whole idea it's that it will give you a bunch of users with their emails, dummy emails, addresses, so on and so forth. I have actually used that in my previous videos. And then right now, the new feature is this one, data type, parse as data type, and you can enable it, and then you can actually select what data type you want it to, let's say, parse it to. And I can select users, and I can say that this is a list of users. The only issue, I haven't actually tested that, to be honest. The only issue that I have right now is that we have these field names, which would be the name, ID, and email. And I think, I don't know, but I really think that this will actually parse it, because you don't have a way to specify which fields to parse it with which. So my guess will be that those names, those fields names over here should be the same as the data types in order to parse it correctly. And for example, if I only have the ID, the name, and the email, that means to me at least that it will only, when parsing to the data type, it will only parse those three fields. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is how it's supposed to work. So it should be. So you should be also careful when you're naming your fields in the data types, because, like I said, I don't see any other way of it to knowing which is which. And also, is this one is list, will that actually means that it will parse a single, if I don't check it, will that means that it will parse only a single, so the first record, or if I check it, it will parse everything? So my guessing over here, I haven't used that. I'm to be honest, I'm happy with the JSON paths. I don't know why should I use the data type. If I have my JSON paths, and if I name my JSON paths, to be honest, I'm happy with that. And then uh, I uh, I don't see a reason why I should use the data types, but it's a nice improvement actually. If there is specific case that I'm using data type already, and I want to parse it to data type, yeah, probably. And they're saying actually that another big thing is that to improve the incorrect data types, there is actually you can have a lot of issues regarding using JSON paths and about data types. So, for example, if you're returning a Boolean from your API call and you want to compare to a Boolean in your application, let's say coming from the app state, for example, or page state, it might not work. And the reason is that it will not parse the data from the API call correctly. So that's why I think it's a good idea then to actually try to use with the data type to parse it to data type, or another solution for that if you have such an issue, because I had it, and a lot of my users in Discord are actually complaining about that as well, and users in Slack actually complaining about that as well. So there are a lot of users. So another way you can work with that, or fix that, or work around with that, is to have so either parse it as a data type, one of the solution. The other solution is to use custom code for that, custom function. When you use a custom function, it will always work, so keep that in mind. And it should be like a super simple custom function. So that's it with the API result as data type. Okay, so the next one is Supabase Google Authentication, and that's great actually. I really appreciate all the improvements that they made for Supabase. I really support the idea of having an alternative backend, not only have Firebase, because I think Supabase actually it's a very strong competitive than Firebase, and they are like in two different worlds. So it depends what you want in the end of the day. But having that actually super much improves Supabase, and let's hope that we have more Supabase features and announcements this year. So this was actually one of my predictions into 2024 that will have improvements in Supabase. So we now support Google Authentication for Supabase. This simplifies the login process and allows your users to engage in one-click sign up and sign ins, which is actually great. My issue with that actually is that I'm not sure. I'm not very familiar, to be honest, with um, yeah, so ignore what I just said. I was about to say that I'm not sure where to enable this, but yeah, now it makes sense. So you should enable first the Supabase, which I already did here. So go to Settings, Authentication, and then select Supabase. You have the Firebase, Supabase, and Custom. So enable Supabase, and then when you go to Supabase, you can now actually go to Supabase Authentication, and from here you can actually enable this. And when you enable it, you need to write the iOS client ID and the web client ID. So the those I think it's self-explanatory where you can get them, and I think there is full documentation for that. No, actually, I'm mistaken. There is not yet still documentation about that, but I think it's self-explanatory what you need to write over here. So iOS client ID and web client ID. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below or in my Discord channel. So let's move on, actually. Okay, so the next update actually it's a new animation effect, and it says animations enlarge your user experience by providing visual feedback and making interactions more engaging and intuitive. And yes, I agree with that. I'm not a UI guy, like I'm always saying, and the animations is not something that is actually best, uh, like best cover my uh, features of what I do. But it says we are engaging our animation capabilities to include three brand new options: shimmer, tint, and field. Now, even more beautiful UI integrations are just one click away, and they have this actually like a demo over here. Which I can click if you want to. I don't think it's very enlarged, to be honest. But when like I'm a super noob in the UI and animations, if I actually add some widget, uh, I think the idea is that if I add an animation, I should be able to see those new animations over here. At least this is my logic, like the first time that I see this, but I don't see those three animations. So, like I said, I'm not a pro in animations. Animation is not my strong side. So let me know in the comments where you can actually find those three animations. Thanks. So let's move on. Okay, and now we actually hit the growl, the holy grail, which is to upload audio recording to Firebase Supabase. And I'm saying we hit the holy grail because actually, so first, Flow did a video. Flow did a live session showcasing this new functionality, but unfortunately, they were not able to succeed for some, like I think, technical issue, and after that I decided, okay, let me try it myself, to just do it that after the session, and then record a reaction video to the one that they did, and this video is public. and this one it's the flow live reaction video about that specific functionality that I wanted to implement and upload it, and then everything should work. But unfortunately, after that, I'm getting actually an error, and I was not able to implement it. So if I switch to my project right now, and if I go to settings, I just try to upload it again, to publish it to the web again. But unfortunately, again, I still have an issue, and I still have the same error as you can see it over here. So for me, this is not working. I don't know why. I don't know what is the idea. I have already report this issue to the Flow team. There is not any other user who have actually confirmed or denied that they have issue using this functionality. But the whole idea is that it was actually working for the Flow team when they upload the file. But for me, unfortunately, it's not working. I'm trying to follow the same way, and for some reason, the error that I'm getting, it's super weird, because it's just saying that it don't it's not having that access to the audio recorder widget, which is it's super strange. It should be. I don't think it's even related to this logic, but something broke, obviously. But yeah, the whole idea is that instead of having it as bytes as before, you are now can use those bytes and then upload it to Firebase or Supabase. Actually, I tried to upload it to Firebase. I haven't tried to upload it to Supabase, but it was not working for me for Firebase. And I'm assuming that will not work for Supabase as well, because, like I said, I'm getting an issue that the audio recorder it's not. It cannot find a widget. So, like I said, let me know in the comments if you have tried that, and if you haven't watched my reaction video, you can actually see how they did it and how what I tried to do, but it was not working. So yeah, let me know, because it's important to me to know if it's my issue or there is a flow issue for that. So let's move. Okay, so the new feature is the updated swipeable stack widget, and the swipeable stack widget was actually removed for a few, let's say, days, but now it's back, and it's much more improved. And this is like a demo of the slidable stack. This is actually the demoing that they're using. It's from the wrapper. If you haven't saw your wrapper, have seen your wrapper for the flow, but I think you have, right? If you're watching this video, and so if I go to my project right now and click on, let me just show you where I'm clicking. So if I add the swipeable stack, and if I click on open actions over here, you can actually see on widget swipe we have this section, and we also have on wipe swipe, or on right swipe, or up swipe, or down swipe. So you can actually have those four, which is the four directions, or we can have actually, like in general, on a swipe, we can have some action. So previously, I think that was only on left swipe or on right swipe, but now they have improved the actions which you can use. So it's much appreciated, actually. I will not show you how this works. I think it's self-explanatory. Just put some actions over here, and then it will simply work. So let's move on. Okay, and we're to the finish line right now, because we're on other improvements, and it says you can now create branches from other branches, and also rebase main back into a branch. To be honest, never use branching. Maybe it's a good feature, and I think it is, but I have never used it. Maybe branching it's great if you are using with another user, or I don't know, maybe it's even more complex, but I don't see what will be better with the versioning and the snapshotting already, and now we have the branching. So yeah, let me know in the comments actually if you are using branching, and can you sell me the idea why should I use branching as well? That would be great. And then we have, you can now set initial values for the list variables in the page and component state. So that's something huge actually. I have in the past, I have actually used AppState for that. The reason that I was using AppState for that is because we didn't have a way to specify default values for if we have a list in the page state and component state. But now we have actually, as you can see it over here, I can specify hello world, hello world, hello world for my page state. And this is the name of my page state. And it will be a type of string, for example, and it will be a list. So they have actually updated this. They place an icons over here, which is much appreciated actually. And it will make the building of our projects even much easier, because the app state will not stack or will not be populated with a lot of variables. Because of only that, we were not able to use to specify initial values, but now we can. That's great. And then we have added option to hide to show hide flags in the language section. I'm not using languages um, in my particular projects, but I guess this feature is actually available in from the settings when you enable languages. I'm not going to show that. This is my guess. And then you can now add user chat via flow. So I'm really not sure what they mean by add a user chat via a flow. Let me know in the comments how you do that. But I'm really not sure what they mean by that via a flow. And then we have this, we're improving our drop-down widgets, which now provides better support for multi-select. So previously, if you actually had a drop-down widget, let me just show you what I mean. So this is my drop-down, and here we have the initial option value. But if we have allow multi-select, the initial option value was hidden actually, and now they fixed that. So we have now initial option values, and this will be a list, of course, of values. So this is something new. It was not available before that, and they have fixed that and change it. And then we have you can now define start and end spacing for grid view and starting view. Great, this is self-explanatory. I'm not going to show that. And it says you can now set default values for list variables. So I'm not sure what they exactly mean by that, where I can set a default values for my list variables. I'm not sure where they're talking about, and because we have a list variables from a lot of places. It could come from an app state, from API response, like from a Firebase or from Supabase. So I'm not really sure. And then finally, they say update your flow email. This is a tip actually how you can update your flow email. And then finally, we have these new features we're working on, and it says flow for Windows. So we have flow for Mac. We have this version, which is, I think, most of the people are using in the browser, and then now we'll have for Windows. I'm actually waiting for, and we have also the iPad one. I'm actually waiting for the Linux version. So for the flow, if you're kind enough, please create a Linux version of for the flow as well. Now, people who are the better users who are actually using the Windows version, they are all saying that it's much faster than the web browser version. So yeah, let's see if we have a native one for Linux users as well. I doubt it, but we'll see. And then we have the callback action can now take parameters. This is actually an old one, I think one or two update news news like posts about Auth. And then we have this ability to filter API groups, group endpoints. I don't think this is a good feature, to be honest. I would prefer, and I was asking for that for ages, to be able to copy a curl request, and then paste it inside Flow, and it will create the API call for you. Because currently, right now, okay, we can import API calls, but to be honest, I haven't seen like this is. I haven't seen that this is like something that is a lot of people are actually using, and and it's a standard. Probably I'm wrong about it. So upload your Slugger file. Yeah, okay, maybe the Slugger file it's okay, but what I wanted to do is just copy and paste a simple curl request. Why I'm saying that is that 99.9% of the time of all the documentations out there for Stripe, for OpenAI, for like like all the documentations that I use, they're actually showing a curl request. So if I can copy and paste the curl request into Flow, that will be amazing. So to be honest, I really don't appreciate this update. I don't really need it. I don't think people are needing that. They just need to copy and paste the curl request. So please, Flow, just do what we want. Thanks. And then state for custom widgets. So that's actually great. It's much appreciated. This is actually a very huge update, I think, and it's actually great for all developers out there that are using Flow, because I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe that having access to the state of the custom widget means that you can actually have actions like more easily, have actions that will create and will actually manipulate your custom widget. But let's see, maybe I'm wrong about it. And then finally, plus a whole lot more. Well, I hope this a whole lot more is adding curl requests to the API automatically. Yeah, I know I'm bragging a lot about it and I'm talking a lot about it, but I actually stated that like 6 months ago or something like that, or maybe more. So I'm still waiting. This will actually significantly, for me at least, and I think a lot of people, will actually significantly increase the time of dealing with API calls. And also, there are a lot of issues and errors when you're manually like submitting the API call. So we'll avoid all of that. So thanks very much for watching. I hope this was actually a positive video. That I didn't want to end up like that, but I hope you learned something from it. And before you go, actually, thanks for watching this video. But please help me to reach 4,000 subscribers. And when I reach 4,000 subscribers, I actually have a surprise for every single subscriber that I have. I will shuffle them and I will do a live session and I'll announce the winner. And what will be the winner? The winner should be a subscribe to the channel, and the price is this one. It's a Flow swag actually. I want to give to one of my subscribers. Like I said, it will be a live session when I reach 4,000 subscribers, and this Slack it's actually have a t-shirt, the same that you see over here. It has stickers and it has a mug. So it's pretty good mug that you can drink your coffee or tea or whatever you like to drink from it. And like I said, I will give this to one of my subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel. And also, I'll do a live session. So you should be in the live session when I reach 4,000 subscribers. And I'll just pick from wherever who is subscribed. And it is in the live session. And I'll pick a winner so he or she can immediately DM me the address, and I can send this Slack box. So please subscribe to the channel to have a chance to win this amazing Slack box. I just want to say that the paid membership for YouTube is now open, so you can be a paid member to my YouTube channel, which means a lot. And thank you very much for all the people who are right now paid members to the channel.